I want to thank everyone for coming today. I'm here with Secretary Kennedy, content creator Paul Saladino, content creator Isabel Brown, and the CEO of Farmers Fridge, Luke Saunders. We're going to talk about health and airports in just a moment, but President Trump has frequently talked about ushering in the golden age in America. And I'm talking about ushering in the golden age of transportation. And so a lot of times I'll hear complaints, and I take them to heart. There's cancellations and delays in our airspace. And so just to review, I've talked to you all about this quite a bit, but we have hired more air traffic controllers. We're up 20% year over year right now, hiring more controllers. I've also asked air traffic controllers who are about to retire to actually stay on the job. We'll pay you a 20% upfront bonus if you don't retire. Again, bringing more air traffic controllers to make sure that we have less delays and less cancellations. You've all heard about our old antiquated air traffic control system. It hasn't been updated for decades. We have already transitioned a third of the fiber or the copper to fiber. A third of it's already been done. Last week we hired an integrator that's going to do the work of moving us from analog to digital, deploy our radios, voice switches, and our radar. All of this in this phase of the project is going to be done by the end of 2028, which is President Trump's end of his term. I have another phase I have to do where I need another $20 billion from Congress. Hopefully that's going to come in short order. I also announced a civility campaign, asking people to bring their better angels, their kindness, and their grace when they come to the airport. It can be stressful. There's things that happen that we can't predict. And if we all bring that better side of our personalities, the experience is going to be so much better. As we come into the Christmas season, as a guy who had 9 kids, I know when you travel with kids, you can't always predict how they're going to behave. And sometimes when you take off or you land, your kids can become upset. And I would just note that parents, when we travel this Christmas season, who are going home to see families, they're doing their best to make sure they're comforting their kids who might be upset. I would just say let's offer those parents who are doing the best they can a little bit of grace if you have one of those upset children on your airplane. I know the parents would appreciate that. But as I've asked, what can Americans do as they travel to make the experience better? The response has been, well, what are you going to do to make the experience better for us? And that's what we're here to announce today. So I'm announcing at DOT that we have $1 billion in funding for grant programs to make the experience better in airports. And it's pretty wide open on what airports want to ask for a grant. But it might be, I want to expand the play areas for kids. I want additional nursing pods for nursing mothers. Maybe I want a workout area where people might get some blood flow and doing some pull-ups or some step-ups in the airport. But it could be any range of things. Maybe you want to work, I know this is TSA, but we're going to help on this as well. Maybe you want to have a different lane for families to get through TSA. How can we make the experience better as you come through an airport? $1 billion is going to go to that. But in addition, people have said, well, what are the airlines going to do to make the experience better? So today I reached out to a majority of the CEOs of our major airlines. And I said, you know, what can you do, airlines, to make the experience better for the traveling public? And I'm looking forward to hearing back from our airlines on what they have in their future plans to improve the experience when we get on their airplanes and fly safely through the national airspace. I think it's important for us to recognize that we're all in this together, right? The traveling public, you have to do your part. The FAA, the DOT, we have to do our part. The airports have to do their part. And then the airlines have to step up and engage as well. As I'm talking about what I can do at DOT, I also think, and we've had a lot of conversations about this, making the experience better is also, I think, making the experience healthier. And do we have healthier options in airports as we might spend an hour, we might spend 5, 8 hours on airplanes and in airports. And there has been no better leader on trying to make America healthy again than Senator Kennedy. And I'd like to turn the mic over to him to talk about what they're doing at Health and Human Services.